Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about how to be more feminine and attractive. And what basically prompted me to make this video is because I feel like there's just a newfound love online for femininity, and it's so important for me to talk about this because I feel like I've been feminine my entire life. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all my secrets. I got y'all girls on how to be more feminine. But before we get to it, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos of mine. Let's go. So ladies, the first tip on how to be more feminine is to have confidence. I did speak about this in my previous video on how to ignore others and be more confident. So make sure if you haven't checked that out, be sure to check it out. It just basically details exactly how to be confident, how to love yourself, and things like that. So for this next tip, I just want to paint a scenario so we could be on the same page. So let's say if you're at a store and a guy comes up to you, tries to talk to you, right? What do you do? Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you're not talking over him. So one thing I've noticed about a lot of women is they try to like dominate conversations. Pure providers and pure good men, they don't like that, okay? Like, don't make it seem like you know more than the guy, okay? And sometimes, listen, in some cases you just might, but real providers and real men, like good men that you want, they want to chase you, they hunt you, right? So they don't want a girl that has masculine, strong traits. So when you're in a conversation, just make sure he leads. I'm not saying just be, the type of girl that doesn't say anything or says yes, so, that's it. Like, don't make small talk, but basically don't talk over him because that is not feminine. That's actually masculine when you're trying to dominate a conversation. This next tip is basically not to swear. So many women in our day and age thinks it's like spicy and sexy to swear. I will never understand that. Ladies, cut your potty mouth. Like, please keep that for closed doors, when you're maybe talking to your girlfriends or whatever. But when you're talking to a man, especially a man that you just met, please do not swear. It looks very uncouth, okay? It looks very masculine, looks very strong, so stay away from the foul language, okay? The third tip I have is don't ask for money. A lot of women make the huge mistake when they first meet a guy, they'll have like little small talk, little chitter chatter, right? Then literally like 5 minutes down, 10 minutes down the line of the conversation, you start saying, oh, my rent bill due, my phone bill due, things like that. Like, I don't know when that has become like cute, but ladies, please don't ask a man for money, okay? I'm gonna go a little bit later in this video on how to get money from men, especially without sleeping with them. But don't ask a man for money, because if a man sees that you can't even provide for yourself for bare necessities, even though he's supposed to provide for you like for everything, right? But if he sees that you can't provide yourself for bare necessities, you don't look responsible. Remember, a man wants a quality woman. So please don't ask for money just like early on, especially in just a very, sharp way, like, I need money for this, because it does not make you look like a classy woman. So don't do that. The fourth way to look very, very feminine when you're having a conversation with a man is to decorate yourself like it's kind of like a resume. So I'll give you a perfect example. If he asks you, oh, what are your hobbies? What are the types of things that you like to do? You say, this is just an example, right? Be like, oh, I like to do ballet. I go, to yoga every Sundays. I love to cook. Say feminine things. You know what I mean? Like, say things that you think will impress him. Remember, when a guy is meeting you, he doesn't know anything about you. So this is your opportunity to bring the best person forward, okay? Make sure you don't say anything like, oh, I like to just, lounge around. Like, don't make yourself look lazy or anything like that. Make yourself look like a really sweet, nice girl that loves to, decorate herself. Decorate yourself in a really good light. So the fifth way to look very feminine is to have a good sense of humor. Ladies, if his joke is corny, and let me tell you, I just want to say something real quick. The job that I work at, I'm actually a rep for Whole Foods brands, and I get a lot of like white men trying to talk to me, and they literally would tell the most corniest jokes. And I'm not trying to make this a racial video, but like they'll be like, hey, you heard about the bar and the horse? Like, I don't know. They'll say the most corniest jokes. And I would laugh, like, even though it is not funny, I would be like, oh my God, like, that was so funny. Like, do that. A man loves when he can make you smile. Not no girl that's just like, stiff and stuck up. Like, that's not feminine, okay? And another thing is this. Smile, guys. Show them teeth. Even if, you feel like you don't have the best of teeth, that's fine. Have the confidence. Show those pretty teeth, okay? Regardless of how it looks. Because you ever see when you're walking down the street and dudes be like, oh, you can smile. The reason why they say that is because a lot of men feel like if you're not smiling, like if, just not all the time, but if you're just like walking down the street and you just give like that mad poker face, you look strong. You look like, oh, I'm, ready to beat somebody up, So just, I'm not saying like smile like literally all the time, but like smile when necessary. Don't be afraid to smile, okay? One tip that I want to say is that so many women make the serious mistake as to over flaunting their degrees. They'll say, oh, I got a bachelor's degree in this. I got a master's in this. Yeah, I got a PhD in this. You never want to do that to a man of means, a man that's going to provide for you. When you just talk about your degrees, oh my God, that screams a red flag for a provider, because it looks like the woman is independent, super independent, right? A man that's a provider wants to help you. Yes, you. He wants to help you out, okay? He wants to feel like he's needed, all right? A man that's a dusty guy would love to hear about your degrees and this and that, because he's gonna feel like, oh, well, this is the type of girl I could go 50-50, or shoot, she could, basically be independent and work and all that stuff, and I could just use her for her money. So that's the type of guys you don't want. You want a provider. So don't over talk about your degrees, okay? He'll know that you have it. He wants to feel like he is appreciated and needed. So don't make too much noise about those degrees. It is so important for me to say this. Do not sell yourself. Do not escort. We live in such a culture where it's becoming normalized to be an escort, and I really can't understand that. I can't wrap that around my head. When you want to be a feminine woman, understand that your value and your worth has to be up to here. It has to be very, very high. And when you sell yourself, that means that you do not see yourself as value. And if you don't see yourself as value, your man will not see yourself as value as well. So when you're in a relationship with a guy, or you just meet a guy, do not sell yourself. There are other ways to get money from a man. I have literally got into restaurants just by being feminine. And I kid you not, men bought me drinks, men offered to, say, hey, pay for my meal, it's on the house. Like, that has happened to me plenty of times. I'm talking about strangers literally just telling me like, I'll pay for you for this. You know what I mean? Like, guys, you do not have to give your most precious self for money. It devalues you. So definitely refrain from doing that. Always remember, a man could spend $500,000 on a Lamborghini and he can easily replace it. So don't ever think that just because a man gives you a tremendous amount of money that he values you. Trust me, you're definitely replaceable, okay? So don't ever think about selling yourself. You don't want to do that. So when you're talking to a guy and, let's say if you're wrapping up the conversation, make sure that you're a mystery, okay? Make sure that you left the conversation like, oh, this girl, like, I know a little bit about her, but there's still so much to learn. You want to lead him on. Don't give a guy everything just yet when you first meet him, all right? Make sure that you say certain details, but leave yourself as a mystery. A feminine woman is a mysterious woman, and guys always love to learn more about women. So be sure that you are a mystery, and I promise you, he's gonna keep hitting you up. Now let's talk about aesthetics. Aesthetics are so important when you want to be a feminine woman. That's what makes you attractive. Guys, I know this is a very vain world that we live in. So your look, your attractiveness is so important because that's what a man sees. Men go off of looks. That's the way it is. I didn't make the rules. So let's get straight to it. When you want to be an attractive, aesthetically feminine woman, the first thing I have to say, and I know some people are going to be troubled by this, but I'm real. Like, this channel's real, so I have to say it, is stay in shape. I'm not saying that you have to be skinny. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying that if you do have a few pounds to lose, do it. I have a few videos on my channel on how to lose weight, get a nice body and things like that. Make sure you check it out. It is so important to be in the best health, and I'm gonna tell you why. A man that's a provider, ladies, wants a woman that likes to go to the gym, likes to keep herself up, likes to be healthy. And I'm gonna tell you why. A woman that is such is a woman that he can sustain for a long period of time. A man is not going to want a woman that, years down the line, he may think, okay, she may get, unfortunately, a disease or something like that. No. Also, a man wants a woman, just going to be a provider man that wants a woman, I'm just going to be honest, wants a woman that he can show off. Okay, to his family, his friends. Let's say if he goes to events for his work, things like that. Listen, he wants a woman that's aesthetically pleasing. Let's use Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama, I can tell she is an endomorph. An endomorph is somebody that can gain weight pretty easily. Michelle Obama stays in the gym. She knows that with the man that she has, she can't just sit up here and eat like a pig and, gain massive amount of weight. No. Michelle Obama knows the type of man that she has, so she has to keep herself up. I'm not saying do everything for a man, but what I am saying that is so important to stay healthy and be in shape. I have spoke up in the past about why it is not okay to be obese, and I'm gonna break it down really quick for you guys. I don't want to make this video too long, but I have to say this. We live in a society where, and today, if I tell a woman that it's not okay to be fat, that means that I'm body shaming. But you know what's really funny about this? Why is it called body shaming when we tell women that it is not okay to be obese? Whereas a woman that is skinny, we can easily just say, oh, you're too skinny, you need to eat a cheeseburger. Because I've definitely dealt with that before when I was younger. But that's not body shaming. We never talk about that ending of the spectrum. I just want to throw it out there. But basically, where was I? Oh, basically, it is not okay to be obese. I actually just recently read a story that within the year 2030, and I'm going to put the article in the link down below, half of adult Americans will be obese or severely obese. And guess what? The leading race of women that is obese is Black women. You guys have to understand something. Society wants you to be obese because they want you to be in the hospital. They don't want you to attract good quality provider men. They want you to, stay dependent stay dependent on the system. You know what I mean? Like, You guys, it is so like, I can't even sit here and fathom and tell you why it's so important to not be obese. I mean, like, literally, if you have so much pounds of fat on your stomach, you are predisposed to so many diseases. And yes, when you're skinny, I understand, like, you can also be unhealthy. But the reality is, a girl that eats well, that is slim and healthy, versus a girl that's big and, you know, eats well, but she's obese, is more inclined to have diseases. That's why it's not okay. If you want to not be healthy, then continue to be obese. But if you want to be feminine and you want to attract a man that's not going to use you, and you want a provider, you want to make sure that you are healthy. That was my long rant, but yeah, make sure you stay healthy, okay? The next way to be feminine aesthetically is to wear feminine colors and clothes. Guys, if you see my videos, you guys notice I wear lots of pink. I, you know, wear like colors like this, like high blues, yellows, very feminine, dainty colors. Don't wear loud colors. I mean, I know there's lots of, you know, things in fashion right now that's very loud, like leopard print or, you know, bright engine red. I get that. But if you want to be feminine, keep it a little bit more simple. You know, wear your crazy colors and things like that when you're doing photo shoots or when you're doing other stuff, basically. But on a daily basis, try to be as feminine as possible. I love to wear like off the shoulder tops in the summertime and really cute like floral tops as well. High-waisted pants is very feminine. Nice skirts, dresses, things like that. So make sure that you just always keep it feminine aesthetically. Another important tip to remember aesthetically is to not be slutty. There's a difference between being sexy and being slutty. A lot of people get that mixed up. I'll give you a perfect example. As you guys can see, I wear nice, you know, tight clothes. It's fitted. You know, I dress a certain way. I've noticed that sexiness is actually key to being feminine. I know, contrary to popular belief, some people think that sexiness may not be the way to go, but I find that if you be sexy tastefully, it is very, very feminine, okay? So, for example, a sexy outfit can be, you know, nice tight jeans with a nice top that, you know, kind of shows a little bit here, and you know, nothing too crazy. Now, slutty is basically crop top here, or your things out, booty shorts, things like that. That's slutty. Slutty is aggressive. We live in a culture nowadays where every woman wants to twerk online. I don't understand that. You saw Lizzo twerking, many other artists are twerking, Cardi B, everybody. And trust me, that is very masculine, aggressive energy. Real providers do not like all that nonsense. So cut out all the ratchetness, the twerking, all that stuff, because you want to be feminine. The next important tip is to have neutral color makeup. Do not wear clownish makeup, guys. When you see me, as you can see, like my face right now, I wear my standard, you know, foundation, nice lip. I mean, my lips are actually naturally very pink, but as you can see, I wore something a little bit, maybe I say a little darker than my natural colored lips, but don't wear anything like black or very, very, I know a lot of people like that eggplant color, but stay away from that. That's not feminine. Don't wear that Britney Spears black eyeshadow that she be wearing, look like an owl. I love Britney, but y'all look real clean and tasteful with the makeup and stay away from that clownish looking makeup, okay? Hair is so also important in looking feminine. So many women in this day and age are making that mistake of wearing these pink wigs, these yellow wigs, orange wigs. I get it, you know, but remember, a lot of people that are wearing that online that you see are entertainers. So you want to make sure that you don't wear those types of wigs. You want to wear neutral color hair that's realistic. It looks like it's coming from your scalp. It's fine to wear extensions, braids, things like that. That's fine. But make sure it doesn't look crazy, because remember, crazy is not feminine. Crazy screams, I want to get away from this girl. So you want to be that type of girl that's so pretty and just, you know, graceful and natural looking. Natural and genuinity is feminine, guys. Look as feminine and natural as possible. So those were so many secrets that I just gave y'all. Make sure y'all write them down. If you have to go back to the video and rewatch it, do that, because your feminine journey is so important to becoming the most best woman that you could be and live a quality life. In 2020, we are not struggling anymore. We're not going to be paying all the bills. We're not going to be doing 50-50, you know, just basically overworking ourselves and being worn out. We're not doing that. We're gonna be feminine and we're going to use our femininity for an advantage. But hey, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, okay? And I'll see you in the next one.